The Kenema Government Hospital is one of the main epicenters of the 2014 outbreak. Incidentally, this hospital was constructed by Doctors Without Borders, which was headed at that time, coincidentally, by David Rockefeller's son. Just a coincidence. In 2007, the National Institute of Health gave Tulane University a $3.8 million grant to develop Ebola detection kits, and in 2009 they received another $7 million and began to develop a new emergency ward at the Kenema Government Hospital. As you might suspect, to do this kind of research it is necessary to have a quantity of the virus on site. And it's quite a coincidence that a major outbreak occurred right after $10 million was pumped into Ebola research in Africa in a matter of just 2 years. The Kenema Government Hospital had to be shut down and stop its research because angry locals started throwing rocks at the hospital, believing that Ebola was a conspiracy to infect the population. Now, why would they believe this to be true? Why would first-hand witnesses living in the infected countries claim that there is something fishy going on? Why is a plant pathology expert under the impression that this virus has been developed by the U.S. at the Kenema Government Hospital? Do they know something? Maybe that is why the hospital actually had to be guarded against locals who were attacking the place because they believed it was making them sick. At least 8 Ebola AIDS workers have been murdered by the civilians of Guinea. They believe so firmly that these workers are responsible for making them ill. An Ebola is Real campaign is in full force in Africa to convince people that they are not being infected with the virus through vaccines, that it is a naturally occurring health threat. Most Africans don't buy it. They know where the disease is coming from. To further convince the public, formaldehyde has been dumped into the water supplies of some villages to produce Ebola-like symptoms, including death in the population. And then there is the untimely death of Glenn Thomas, the Director of Coordination for the World Health Organization, an expert in Ebola. He knew that Kenema manipulated the tests and infected people with Ebola, and was set to testify that the outbreak was anything but out of control. Unfortunately for the public, but not the vaccine industry, he died when the Malaysian airliner MH17 was shot down. What bad luck. In the United States, the Department of Homeland Security officially has taken over the plans for medical martial law and the imposition of mandatory Ebola vaccines. Ebola promises to be a goldmine for the pharmaceutical industry, but the government and the media must either scare the public into taking the vaccines voluntarily or do it the old-fashioned way, force and violence. The bottom line of things to know is, don't be afraid. Don't take the vaccines. Don't stand for martial law. Please send this video to everyone you know. And for more information on how you are being manipulated by your beliefs, pick up a copy of Belief Magic by Dr. Paul Marco. Free your mind, and the rest will follow.